is recorded here in Accra, Ghana, and powered by Hunukane Radio.
Welcome, one and all, to the NO Censor Podcast, powered by Hunukane Radio. Today, we are discussing a topic that is affecting a lot of Ghanaian youth, and that is rent and evil landlords, not to mention landladies.
It was equal in the fuckery. Let's go.
The fuckery never ends. But I feel like at least everybody here, if you've not experienced an evil and or treacherous landlord or lady, at the very least, you've heard of someone. Everybody has a story, right? So let's go through.
Oh, I'm not even worried about the evil landlords. The ones that kill me the most are the agents. Jesus.
10%.
You see, which kind of agent though? Because there's two agents. There's the agents that you have to pay them a lot of money, right? But when you're viewing a property, they will pick you up. And then there's the guy who says, "Yo, you have to cover my transport everywhere we go."
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't have to.
Can you actually imagine?
I don't have to imagine.
That don't make no sense.
No,
Like,
after you cover their transport, you give them a day.
You know the funny thing?
And then when you finally get the place and you pay your
The rent, you pay them 10% of them.
10% of the money, and it's not coming from the landlord; it's coming from you.
And it's also not coming from
Why? Because why has a
It's
long
also not,
tail?
it's not inclusive
Too
of
big
the days either.
Oh, you've never rented in Ghana.
No, not yet.
You should be grateful.
So
That
this
is wonderful.
person you are paying transportation for and roaming around knows because you guys have had a prior conversation that you're looking for a chamber and hall.
Yeah.
He knows exactly where it is.
Yeah.
Right.
That's probably in Medina.
Yeah.
He will take you to Cantonment.
No, he will take you to Medina, right?
No,
he'll take you to Medina market area. Then he will take you to Libya Cortes, some ugly area. Then when you are tired, right? When you are tired, then he finally takes you to where he
your
thinks you
chamber
would
and
like.
hall.
And then he will spike up prices.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like
And
this
then you
one.
have to pay him. He's wasted your whole day, by the
Yeah.
way. And you have to pay you.
That's
And you are
50
footing
cedis.
the transport.
Yes.
Every
yes.
step of the way.
Handsome fella.
Either by
No matter
Uber
how
or
handsome
in
you
your
are.
car,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
Or taxi, right?
Oh, really?
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
Me?
Yeah,
you.
And then after
Because
that,
you told me
pay-
about, you decided to be a tour guide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I
And
talked
then
about
you
house.
pay
No,
him
you decided
50
to rent.
cedis
You
or
are the one
100.
looking for a place to rent.
Yes, sir.
Yes, so it is his time you are wasting.
Big time.
I'm wasting his
His
time.
time.
Yes.
He opened up his mouth
He's got
to be like,
things
"Yo,
to do,
bro,
man.
let's go."
He's got
So
all
if
this
I
Yeah,
understand
no,
correctly,
no,
answer.
do it.
You've never rented in Ghana.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
He's
so
new.
nice. You're so lucky.
You're so lucky.
All right, so quick, talk to me. How have you enjoyed renting in Ghana?
Yeah, blue. Yeah, blue, papa.
Yeah, blow on.
You see? Woe unto you
Whoa.
if you will have to make a payment for them to complete the project.
Hey.
Yep. I can confirm that. I can confirm that. That is.
If I scream, they'll say I'm mad. Continue.
I paid money for a space
Oh Jesus.
and then I had to wait for more than 6 months
But I just wait more than 6 months for a space which
Because
you
it was
pay
never
for.
ready.
because she's still working on the place.
How are you still working in a place when you're quick to take the
make
money, but you're not quick?
her boss your brain. So like I've moved into the place 2 years later. This is the third
2
year.
years
And
later.
the main gate that
I'm
enters
angry.
the property
I'm angry on site. Wait,
is
what?
still not fixed.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
There is no main gate that comes into the house. So you enter and then there are rooms.
Hey.
And mine is straight
Facing.
from the main gate. And my space is the only one that has glass doors.
I see.
So that's you, a target. Straight, like right ahead of everyone, standing in front of the house, seeing you there, like there, like that.
No, man.
And my beautiful landlady sees nothing wrong with that.
But the thing
Of
is,
course, she just
she
needs
can't
to
be
come-
bothered.
why would she? Because my former landlord, shout out to you, I hope you're suffering, is a man.
Yeah, I hope he's suffering.
This is a dude who first.
You're not a Christian, eh?
Please,
I'm a big time Christian.
Was the first
I mean, I'm a
first increase
Christian.
in the cricket clank.
That's wickedness, oh.
Oh no,
Now,
then you
Moses was a
have no idea how
If you have
wickedness
inflicted
he did.
suffering on me, you should have a taste.
Yeah.
Because God said that He's going to curse anyone that curses Him.
Yeah.
And the man cursed him. So God's going to curse him right back.
This is.
You don't tell left cheek anymore.
Oh, what's left?
Moses.
What's left?
Moses.
Moses don't want to rent too. Moses
God say if somebody cares you go care some.
Moses are breaking and rent. Which
You're turning this into a Bible study podcast slowly by slowly.
Pun intended,
right? Man is like saying we don't turn the other cheek no more. What? I like my cheeks. Why must they be both slapped when I can prevent it?
Exactly.
Anyway, so my man's out there. You know who you are. You're watching this.
Oh, his name is Fifi.
I hate you.
I've forgotten his surname. Ebenezer Fifi something. Don't go. Pillar 2.
Dummy Pillar 2.
Oh, the feeling
This is a dude
mutual.
who,
He
for
doesn't
instance,
like me
right?
like that.
He hates you. He really can't
The
stand
feeling
you.
is mutual.
This is a dude
Hey,
who, for
hell
instance,
is hot,
said-
you know.
he said, "Hey man, give
Hell
me
is
half the
hot.
payment now, and I'll make sure it's ready for you in 2 months." Right?
Integrity.
This was, I think, was May,
Yeah.
right? And as usual, we've talked about integrity before on this podcast, or lack thereof. Instead of letting me know at some point, bro, that we had a deadline for, I guess it would be July at that point. We're not gonna hit that, right? When I'm like, yo, so what's up? Yeah, we're not ready.
He will never call you to.
He will never let you know. You've
Updates.
taken my money in the thought that you are now going to finish up this property. My bad. I fell for your bullshit.
Yeah.
And instead of hitting me up, because at the end of the day, if I'm looking for a place to live, what does that mean? It means I can't stay where I'm at.
Yeah.
That's why I need your services. Okay, and I took a chance on you, you little shit. Now
This guy is
man,
definitely going hell.
this man says to me, okay, no, next month I got you, right?
Man said Fifi, you know.
Next month.
Next month.
Same process. I have to call you to be told, nah, we're not ready, right? One point I showed up, and then even the fucking estate agent, Alasan, I hope you choke.
Yeah. I
Says,
choked you.
I rolled up there, and Alasan was there, and he's like, I mean, did you really think you'd be ready? Like, nigga, what?
Why did I give you the money in the first place?
Of course I thought it'd be ready, you fucking prick. But this is the kind of shit that people do in this country.
Yeah.
At one point, this dude Fifi, Pillar 2, dickhead,
Ebenezer Fifi Donko.
says when, and this is real spit, like no word of a lie.
The hack man.
This isn't even on some like, oh, I heard this shit. No. This happened to me. This dude says,
Fifi says a burn, boy. Whoa.
Pillar
I hope
2.
so. I hope so.
Pillar 2.
I'll light the fucking gasoline myself. This guy says to me, so we had a change of plans, right?
Oh no, wait, please hold on. So the rent was supposed to be, he said at the time 1,000, and we bargained for 900, right? And he said, oh, since we are the first, since we are the first tenants, and we have to give him time. He was going to give it to us for 900, right? And he was going to make his money off of other people, but we are his babies.
We will be the demo.
We will be the demo.
So
After wasting our time for 3 months, we were like, oh, so what's up with the house? What's up with the house? He was like, oh, by the way, I want to have a meeting with you guys. Okay, so we go.
Yeah.
And then he says, oh, yeah, you guys have to pay 300 cedis more. And I'm like,
No, this happened after. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Tighting.
My man says to me, yeah, so I need more money. What do you mean? Well, I looked at the Chinese tiles that I bought, and I'm like, you know what? I want this place to be quality. And for me, if it's quality, I don't care about the price. Now, bear in mind, this is your property. I'm not taking those fucking tiles with me. So if you don't care about the price, let that be your cost. Man says I should give him money to now buy better quality Spanish tiles. Bitch, you knew what it was when you got this. You knew about
I thought it was gonna be Italian. Why is it now Spanish?
Oh no, it's
Is it
Chinese, and then now it's. He's changing for more expensive tiles.
So he went to China, then went to Spain,
Yeah.
went to Italy.
yeah.
So if from China it hits Spain,
It
you
be
can't get
atlas on the
Schengen.
time.
You can't get Schengen, so you just roam
You
around.
understand? Like, I'm not taking these tiles with me. So why is it my cost?
Then he comes up and says, well, you guys have to pay 300 cedis. So what I thought, first of all, I wasn't going to pay a dime. That's one. Two, I thought it was just 300 cedis.
That's in 3 million per.
Yeah.
No, he wanted 300 cedis more.
A month.
Yeah.
So it's 300 times
so
2 years.
1,200.
So now he wanted to charge us 1,002 a month.
Yeah.
And I asked him for this long.
Was for the ACs, right?
No, this was before the ACs.
Yeah, before the ACs.
And I was like, if we had that much, do you think we'll still have it?
Like,
Yeah,
why would
like
we
why
be
would
here?
we wait this long for you to come and tell us 1,002? Because we had places for 1,002
Yeah.
and we skipped it because
You said 900.
and you get us you get the place ready. Then he came up with all these nonsense
How many bedrooms
tiles.
is this?
It was 2 bedrooms.
2 bedrooms for 900. God.
1,002
For 1,002 initially.
and some
he was
hole
trying to
in
do.
pillar 2.
For 2
Then
years,
It be behind house.
28,000.
No,
Yeah.
it comes with it be safe house.
yeah,
Yeah, if you
not
be-
the
you be
same house like
protected.
that. So
Oh, I know. I'm not Mr. Donko in Matai.
Fifi don't. So this guy now says, where am I? I'm lost in thought. Yes. So after we heckle him for a little bit, he's like, okay, so now I want my place to be like, it has to be like first class, right? So I want everybody to use ACs. So you're gonna pay 300 cedis more for ACs. And I asked, wait, so after we are leaving, are we taking the ACs with us? He says no, he's getting some people, like a company. No, let me finish.
No.
Hold on. So the
This don't
300
make sense.
cedis is for ACs for the house. He also has companies who are going to, a company who is going to service it. And I asked him, so the 300, let me understand. When we are leaving, are we taking the ACs? He says no, it belongs to the apartment.
So
and
why
I said,
the frick?
so
Am I-
and yeah, he wants it like the Villaggio type. Let me say, we don't have money, but we know how Villaggio looks like, and this looks nothing like
look
Villaggio.
nothing like
so
this
snap
Villaggio.
out of it, and we're like, okay, we don't like ACs.
AC.
We like.
And he
we
tried
don't
to
like
make it
ACs.
very compulsory about it. It wasn't
Yeah,
just like,
then
oh,
all of a sudden,
that he's
everybody
like,
has to have
everybody
ACs.
has to have ACs.
And we
that
said
was
no.
not the plan. We
no.
have had a plan from jump. And he
I'm
consistently
hearing about a very
changes.
caring landlord who wants his tenants to
Then
be
after, fast
comfortable.
forward,
I can give you his number if you like.
fast forward.
Hey, no, Fifi, you're a prick, you know.
Yeah, he's a prick.
No.
See, and then
Don't make
after
him as
that,
head hot. No.
after that, he's like, oh,
Does-
now your place is ready, right? But I think when he started fixing the tiles, he realized that he had a bad bargain because now the place looked very big and looked very nice. So I think what he was going to do was he was going to store us because now he was
Getting other
using
It was
the
not
room
like a
as
showcase.
showroom.
It was the showroom.
Yeah, it was a showroom to get people to come to rent the other places. So he was like, nah. So he was trying to frustrate us so that we would say we want our money.
Okay.
Right?
He gets more patient.
So he will tell you, oh, you can move in this day. And then we come,
And the place is
and then the
nowhere near ready.
workers are seriously working.
Yeah.
Right?
Or
We
acting
go,
like they're working.
oh, when
No,
can we
they're
come? Oh, you
working.
can
They're
come on
actually
Monday.
working and
Then we come,
Okay.
the workers are still working. Oh, when can we come? Like a week. Then the last one, I went crazy. Fired the agent.
Yep.
And gave
Bear in mind, hold on.
insulted.
He said we should meet at the property.
Yeah.
At this time on this day.
And
The
he wasn't
agent,
there.
That dickhead little agent shows up on our dime.
you get the agent in him.
Hey,
Alasan, Pillar 2.
This dickhead shows
He's
up
a
with-
tiny man.
Must have
He's not- he's
Same
tall.
man. Avoid
He's
him.
tall and
Alasan.
slim. He's red and he's a prick. Just like being. This dude, we said, okay, we're showing up at this point at this time, and this is the thing I keep talking about with Ghanaians, right, Charlie? If something is happening, how hard is it to call somebody and say, Charlie, it's not going on, right?
Be very hard.
You called. I'm
be
gonna
very,
smack
very
you in a
hard.
second. I'm gonna reach over this table, and smack the shit out you.
Hey,
When you're
please,
more,
no
I would
50
say-
enterprise up in
When
here.
you
with
order for
this
when you're
beautiful
more, I would
50.
say, amen.
You know I hate that. About Trevor's no massa. There's none left. So this dude has called the time, place, and date. We show up. Oh, Fifi ain't here.
Fifi ain't here.
The fuck?
And there were no fittings. There were no WC.
Yep.
There was no shower.
There were no
kitchen.
doors.
There were-
There was
no, there
doors,
were doors.
but they were not finished,
Yeah,
right?
they weren't finished.
And
And
bear
he
in
asked
mind,
us to move in.
when we
And then-
called the dude,
and when we called him,
he
he
said
had
he's on
fixed,
the motorway.
Yeah, and he had fixed one WC in the master bedroom. And then when we called him, he said, "Oh, he's done, right? We can move in." He had given us the empty space
That was
with
before
one
we got
WC.
there. Before we
that's
got there.
that's before we got there. So we get there. Where are you? He'll pick up the call and say, I'm on the motorway. Then he'll cut the call. I'm on the motorway. Then he'll cut the call.
He's driving. He has to be safe.
But when
I mean, you guys know this, right?
Enable, please.
So now,
His own Fifi is
but
coming.
guess what? Then let me tell you how he was able to listen to this when he was not on the motorway, right? So now I'm furious because we've been standing there for about an hour, and we are waiting for him. His silly agent who hadn't come. Was he around?
He was there.
Okay, so he was around. We were waiting for Bra Fifi. Fifi saw a motorway, so cool. So now I'm angry because it's been an hour. So I'm screaming and then I'm calling him, he's not picking. So I started sending it to him as voice notes.
Voice notes on WhatsApp.
Within 10 minutes
The
on the
best way to get
motorway,
your terrorizer.
he could listen to all the, and it wasn't like I was saying Kwasia and Abu. I was just like, how can you frustrate at what's the meaning of that, right?
Mr. Donko.
Mr.
He
Donko.
get Bluetooth for the car inside.
Ebenezer Fifi Donko Pillar 2.
No, he does not have Bluetooth for the guys.
Oh, my dear friend, Bluetooth. So it even gets worse. I had a exchange of words with the agent because he pissed me off the most. He was like, "Yeah, you haven't had your house in about 5 months. Have you died?"
Really?
Yeah.
Really.
Mr. Hassan said that.
Your friend, Mr. Hassan. Yes.
Mr. Hassan.
I'm very disappointed. I'll call him after the show.
Please do. Please tell
I'll
him I
give you
said I
that.
hate him.
So he does
No, on a
that.
more serious note, like, you don't do that.
But that's the thing. Not only do you not do that, but when someone is unhappy with the bullshit you are providing, why are you now defensive?
So
That's the Ghanaian mentality.
it was a heated argument between the two of us. And
You called him a bitch.
I called him a bitch.
He didn't like that.
Hey,
Yeah, I called him a bitch.
what is him?
Hold up. Whose side are you on?
And guess what?
Whose
Guess
side are you
what?
on?
I'm on Fifi's side.
Word?
Guess what? Guess
If
what?
you ever find yourself renting from a nigga called Yao, run for the fucking hills.
So, whilst I'm fighting with this guy, right? The neighbor of Fifi's house is a pastor. And guess what he comes to do?
Atobo. Fama nyame.
Be calm. Be calm. So on our way back, we met a policeman, told him the story, and then he took us to the police station. And I'll give props to Achimota police station here. Have you forgotten?
Prince Sakode.
No, the head.
Officer, the chief. No,
Yeah,
I forget
the
chief's
chief.
name.
I forgot the chief's name.
But who's the officer that took you to the station?
Prince
Sakode.
Sakode. Officer Prince Sakode.
Officer
That
Prince
guy.
and it's at Achimota police station, the one by the school. Are they different police stations or just one?
No, it's the same one.
That man, I'm so sad
I
I've
respect
forgotten
that
his
guy.
name.
Yeah.
So he called him to come. He said if he doesn't.
He called Mr. Donko.
Yes, he did. Your uncle, Mr.
Donko. He called him to come. And then we narrated our story. And then he told him to get his shit right or he will deal with him.
Donko Fifi.
That's how we got the house.
Real talk.
That's how we're able
Because
to
So
get
now you guys still
fittings
stayed
into
in
the house.
Ebenezer's, like, you guys stayed there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I paid for it.
I can imagine how the first day was like when he came to give you guys the keys.
No, he didn't give us a key. A year or
About-
something.
Just over a year and a half.
You guys were not scared?
Well, he was. I was.
I was, because the thing is, like, this
Yeah,
dude is
because-
a person who is very petty, right?
Very petty.
And this is a man who has told me to my face, I'm very principled.
No, he's very principled. I forgot what happened on the motorway.
The
He told you
principles
he's driving. There's no way
And then
he's
hung up,
talking.
yeah?
And he
And I had the country to say if I'm going to talk to him like that, he's not going to allow
You cannot be
me.
his
He
tenant.
didn't even have the nerve to say, I'm going to give you your money.
Yeah, no. So
He told me. He called me and said, hey, your wife is talking to me. She can't be my tenant.
Hold on.
So no.
He said he addressed her as your wife.
Yes.
And didn't say, if she talks to me like that, I'm going to give you back your money.
Dabi.
And said, if she talks to me
I
like
see.
that, I won't allow her.
Before he realized that we had gone to the police. When he realized we had gone to the police, he was like, yeah, you guys, your money is not even up. And like, if you guys are, this is how you're going to behave, I'm going to give you your money. And I told the agent to tell him he's going to give it to us plus interest. Because the money we gave him, if we put it on in M fund, into arbitrary interest. No. Anna, between me and everybody here, I know he doesn't have that money to pay back.
He doesn't have
He has
shit.
spent it. He doesn't have it to pay back. So we went to the police station, and that the head of the chief at what do you call it, Achimota police station. Thank you so much. He's the reason why.
Let's have Achimota police station.
Prince Sarkodie.
The real MVPs.
Officer Sarkodie's boss.
Yes. Officer Sarkodie's boss.
No, Achimota, near the school.
Near the school.
First one.
He told him to put in fittings, and that's how we're able to get the house. Oh, it doesn't end there.
Oh yeah.
There's more.
Oh yeah, it doesn't end there. No, it doesn't end there. Our life there was hellish.
Oh yeah.
We have to pay for water. Everybody has a meter, right? Even before we got the meter, he had a fixed price for us. When the meter came, it still didn't mean anything. I was going to fight him, but he was like, oh, you don't know the guy, like, this is his house, he can mess you up, you don't want to have problems with him. So I kept quiet. But how is it that we don't have a poly tank? We just have one barrel, and we pay how much? Because we were 3 in the room, so me, him, and his friend. We're 3 in the house. We pay 20 cedis each for water, 60 cedis.
20 cedis each.
Yes, each.
You guys
for
live
water.
in the same space.
Yeah. Meanwhile, my mom's house in Adenta, she pays 30 cedis a month for water. And she has 3 people in her house too. So, and it's constant 60 cedis. I mean, you know, water goes
Like,
up
it doesn't
and down.
matter what you do.
Yeah.
He's
It is
charging you
constant
60
cedis.
cedis. And then he had a meter fitted for all the apartments.
Oh, it was just...
And it was essentially the
still-
same thing.
It was
And
still the same thing.
It was times something.
Times something.
It wasn't like a straight meter.
Yeah.
So
he said
he's
20
adding on top.
times 1.5 was a 0.5 was
And he's
here.
calculating it himself.
He calculated
Oh,
it
do
himself.
works with Ghana Water Company as well.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
And then
I
on
think he's
top
an
of
exec.
that, one thing I realized too was he will, when you pay him, right? He like to deal with this one because he is a calm one. Me, you got pen and paper. He will wait and he won't give you your receipt immediately, right?
No.
He will wait 2-3 months, then he forge some
dodgy looking receipts.
So I will go to him for him to explain. That's what no. When he really sees my face, the BBI okay, mistake.
And he loved to do that kind of stuff.
If it wasn't for it, if I didn't go to him, then you have to pay because you can't challenge him. And I think he had been doing that to most people, but people don't go there.
People just don't say anything.
With their own financial, right? Then now, COVID was the worst. When we were having free water.
When Nana said that Ghanaians get free water, this man.
So we didn't have to. His constant 60 cedis
He was so pained because his 60 cedis he couldn't charge us anymore.
It wasn't
and
coming.
He had to find a way to make us all suffer.
Yeah.
And by God, when this man was committed to making people suffer.
Yeah.
Woo,
So he will
came
wait, right? When he knows that we are not
Hey,
out.
bro, I feel like these two need to sit.
Then he will open when we are not at home, that's when you open the taps. Right? But God was so good that I am a night crawler. So sometimes the taps comes and he is asleep. So that's when I do my washing and everything.
That's when you store your water.
Yeah, I do my immediately if he wakes up and he sees me doing laundry,
He's pissed.
he's taking the water out. He's taking the water out. And you still pay 60 cedis.
For a water tank.
For water tank.
I've paid for a water tank before. It don't cost that much.
There was
for
a time,
the whole fucking block.
There was a time that he intentionally made a water drought, right?
Oh yeah.
But we had
because
the guy
I've
is
lived
a
in
good economic
Adenta.
student too.
No, I've lived in when it comes to water, I've lived in Adenta and I know I have survived water drought.
Yeah.
So he can't cheat me. So we had stored enough water for a month, right? So this guy was he had caused a drought and people were forced to pay him. You know Ghana for you pay peace. So they'll just
we'll pay for peace.
They'll just pay. So we paid the first time. That's second week, another 30 Ghana. And we said, well, we are okay. So the rest, they shouldn't. He should
Don't
tell.
let us.
He should
Don't
tell
let
his boss to lock our tap.
So he found a way to lock, even though he told us it was not possible.
He found a way
To lock our tap.
So everybody gets
so everybody
water.
could
We
enjoy
don't-
it, but
we-
except us.
Where's this guy from?
I'm ashamed to say he claims he's a fan.
Hell.
He's not.
He's
Oh,
fancy. Yeah, fancy people are book long like that. They
Book long, man.
They
They
will
use
put
one
pen
glove.
to paper. They book long like that. Yeah,
So-
they're fancy.
He is from the
What
furthest
you do
reaches of
is-
hell.
And then one time I was from a gig.
Oh, yeah,
I go home and I realized that his security man was filling up the tank upstairs. Then the next day, this fool knocks up on my door and says, "Yes, we want the boss is charging money for." And I asked him, "Weren't you the one who was pumping water last night? How do we have water drought?" And then I didn't hear from them again. A week after, he gave us water. That was the kind of BS we're
This is
living
the kind
with.
of loving landlord that we had endured.
And he lived in the house.
Pillar 2.
Pillar 2.
He lived in the house. He lived in the house.
always-
So wait,
it's
the
always
landlord
bad.
lives in the house as well.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what makes him a lord.
No, not exactly in the house. In the property.
In the
It was 2 blocks of flats.
Yeah.
How again could he be a lord if he's somewhere else?
I would have lived with
Bro,
him.
see,
If it wasn't for
I hate you.
my money.
I hate you.
You see?
I do.
If it wasn't for my money.
Anytime there's a conversation about rent, this is what I think. I say to myself, sir, if any government is able to prioritize
Oh,
rent control, it will take 50% of their burden off them.
yes.
Because a young man is supposed to save up to pay 2 years' rent. If you allow
From
him
what salary? We're not even
from,
talking about
from a salary that
what
doesn't even
salary?
exist in the
That
first
doesn't
place.
The
But
salary
even though,
is-
Boss,
can
even the
barely
boys
even-
are
no, they come there. They come there. Where's room, remember? So, if you allow the person to pay 3 months, all that money is still on him. So whatever he did to get the amount he's supposed to pay for 2 years, the amount left could do something else. For him, probably people would invest in other stuff that will get other people work as well.
Sure.
And then I remember that recently, rent control was supposed to give us this. Then my place was locked because they know they paid them.
Tell me you're lying.
Oh, and
Charlie, even if
I
you-
mean, I
if
saw
you
the
allow
article.
people to
Nobody
pay-
told me it was true or not, but I saw the article.
Boss, if you allow people to pay him monthly, knowing Ghanaians,
And our integrity.
Or
thank
lack
you.
thereof.
The next month will come, say, boss, say, employer no.
But
What-
no,
what
that's
I-
a fair point. But you can't tell me the most reasonable next step is 2 years, or maybe if I'm nice, a year.
A year.
If you're, and I'm not trying to be sexist here, but if you are a nice looking woman with some big titties, you can maybe get like
Don't forget the ass. Don't
You
forget
can
the
maybe
ass.
get like a 3. I mean, obviously. The ass is inclusive in the deal, but my point is, if you're nice looking, you can do something and get a better deal on your rent. Whereas if you are an ugly ass dude or just a regular looking dude, nothing you go fit unless your landlady is a lonely woman. Even then, you might not be her type. It's just it doesn't make no sense.
Yes,
How
it's
is it that I can't go from month to month, but
It's
I should be able
very
to pay
Yeah,
you 2
and-
years?
You see,
in-
granted,
No, and
what
the
you
2
said.
years.
What salary?
The 2
No,
years
I
is
get
not
the
even
point you're
fair,
trying
yo.
to make. I get the point you're trying to make. But see, imagine if it was pay as you go. A lot of young men in this country could afford their dream apartments.
Yeah, true.
Would you want to be kicked out? Because we are telling
Million Ghana fool, boss. Million Ghana fool, I'm telling you. That man
Ghana for
the way
integrity
we are,
with
the
you.
way we are, we
The
work.
thing is, no, you see,
The
I'm telling
Ghana
you,
for
the
integrity
situation that
means
happened
you.
with you when he was
The 2
stolen,
years is not a
so he
solution.
gets a
The
bigger
2 years, but the
amount.
monthly
He
thing
pays
too.
you and keeps his interest. If it's
They won't do it.
monthly
And it's true,
and
your
you have your
employer, you
dream
work
apartment,
and month
you
will
won't
come,
slack
and your employer won't pay.
because there's pressure on it. If you don't
Exactly.
pay,
Just
somebody
don't pay.
told me in South Africa, you need to bribe your landlord to pay advance. You for bribe the landlord.
Because they won't take it in advance.
No.
Meanwhile, here,
I
and this is the
understand,
thing.
boss. Charlie,
This is-
integrity here.
No, nyame
Hey,
kan say.
integrity
So we
with you.
kele na we ntua ma landlord na landlady na. E ho no woni ji ho. Ope ho no.
Right.
Otu obi ba be ko people they want.
Yeah.
Inti no unye mistake.
And no
Unye-
crime, no
yeah,
jail,
we-
and no
when
crime,
I-
no.
And the whole point of the
Unfortunately,
deposit,
yeah.
That's
the
not the
deposit is supposed to
The
protect
2
you
years
from
is-
this.
Exactly.
The
And
two
my
years,
point is-
the 2 years is not as painful as. How do people even manage that money?
To find that money.
Because
bro.
then you are even living.
That's what I'm saying. Say yeah,
to
yeah,
death.
blame.
I understand.
My point
For
Yeah.
what salary?
I
I'm trying
understand,
to
but
say,
it's
like,
our own fault.
do you understand? Like trying
If
to
we're
move home.
trustworthy people,
That's
we won't be
one.
paying 2 years.
Yes, if
Fair
we're
enough.
trustworthy
Fair
people,
enough.
that's
But
fine.
like you, let
No, but
me put this out there.
it's never about us.
And
Though.
if
It's about
yeah,
them.
yeah,
Almost always
Most
about
often it's
them.
about the landlords and the landladies.
That
Sometimes
it's not
Sɛ
always
nka
about
landlady no,
them.
ɔno ɛnyɛ sɛ ɛnyɛ nipa bɔ ne sɛm na ɛyɛ na. I always say the only
The
reason why.
the landlord
And
don't
it's not
you know,
true.
say it's their side of the story.
Yes.
It's only two sides of the story.
Yeah.
Yes.
Confirm better now, you say something different.
I can give you his address right
No,
now.
but I mean,
There's big
Would you
story.
like
I
his
had to wait
address?
for 6 months for my place, so I can relate to what they are saying.
I'll bring Sak, I'll bring Chief.
Yeah, but
let's
let me
go.
say something else. You think he will connote to what you're saying?
No.
He wouldn't.
No.
No, but what I'm saying is, I've also had to wait 6 months for my place, so I can relate to what you're saying. Even though I didn't have to buy no ACs, but
We
it
did not buy
happened to
you.
me.
We didn't buy. Just so
It
you know.
happened to me. And you see, sometimes you think about some of the things and you ask yourself, say, with something like water, I agree. I mean, Ghana Water is going to charge every month, but something like
He was also
lamprey-
constructing on the land at the same time, by the way.
was
So
also-
most of the water, he was still doing construction.
He's still doing construction.
Oh,
So we were
he's
paying
using
for
the water.
that.
Yes.
Yes.
Say also
Yes, yes,
civil
yes.
from now. You see, something like toilet that they will have to come and pull. I've lived in my place for 2 years and we've not had to pull it. But guess what?
They were charging you for it.
I've paid 360 cedis for that. Plus me, 2 other guys. How much is that?
That's money.
And it has not been attended, like that. The need has not come up. So if this person is reasonable, time na best no na another 2 years about na yesen etua. It is enko nipa ho adempa.
No. Like some
And also
landlords
Why do you pay cheese in the box?
But you see, I really wish we had somebody on here who could rent at chain homes or something. Nan kwa my experience. Then I can tell say bia e yo hienti na me bri and I say landlord na bri for me. Because sometimes I feel like who it is kana oko pet dine ewo chain homes. Reggie Manuel near the idea. Me sure say we best struggle say. No, that's why like I wish producer could have gotten
That's a
someone.
good point. Let's put that to the audience. If you rent
Yes.
at Chain Homes or Reggie Manuel, please let us know.
How the experience
what's the
is.
Twitter? At Hunukane Radio.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Say that
Hashtag.
again. Don't ask. Say that again.
Alright,
Take it
fair
from
enough.
TOP. 3, 2, 1, action.
So let's just put this to the audience. If any of you rent at Chain Homes or Reggie Manuel, any such nice place, hit us up at Hunukane Radio or Hunukane. Let us know on Twitter, on the Twitter sphere. Let us know if you are dealing with such monstrosities in the name of people,
Fuckeries.
aka landlord bitches.
Yeah, but I think that these things have also come up because of integrity issues, right?
Yeah.
Some landlords have dealt with what do you call it?
No, runaway
Terrible
tenant. Yeah,
tenants.
terrible tenant.
And I'm sure lots of landlords.
Ghanaians are wicked, man.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we're just wicked.
Shawarma, you know shawarma, when your building is not complete, and
Yeah.
you allow people to.
Yeah.
So
No, baby. No, I call you man. Then you forget you even have a house somewhere. Who does that?
Well, this is what I'm saying, right? Like, if you're trying to move from, moving is not cheap, right? So if I am renting from you, right, and I can't pay, my shit is in your house.
Yeah.
I literally, have you ever tried running with heavy stuff? I can't. I can't run with my TV.
Nah.
How am I gonna move all my shit out under the cover of dark? No. There is literal collateral in your building that is mine. I'm not leaving my. I got that TV from inheritance. I'm not leaving
my
that behind.
concern is, why has this thing never ever been any government's priority?
Oh yeah, it's never
Because-
been.
But I heard they were going to help people pay rents. What happened?
Pay rent.
One day.
Their bill.
Oh, it was in one of the party's manifesto
Manifestos.
that they were going to help people pay rents.
No, that's
And the government is now saying
Was
it's
it-
not our pay
Was
rent.
it Undum party or?
what can solve?
He said like you want help we pay
What?
our
I'm
rent.
saying which party was it Undum or? Because that guy never
You
makes
know what?
it. So
No, that was MPP, right? Yeah, the MPP said that
see.
they were going to help us pay our rent. But this time right now, they don't want to pay rent.
That will never be a solution, right? If the government
They're gonna
is
help people
building
pay
a
their
lot
rent.
of homes like the way Snit flats, lots of those things,
Affordable
and
housing.
making it affordable.
Oh, we have affordable
especially
houses.
for,
Not as much as we'd like to
youngins
think.
like us.
Sorry?
not as much as
And we
Oh, no,
have,
we have enough.
We have a lot of options. and
Unfortunately,
not
we
have
can't
to
afford
rent.
it. Unfortunately, we can't afford it.
Then it's
Listen.
not affordable
Oh, it's
housing.
not
Listen,
affordable.
It's not.
Oh,
Listen.
who needs the girls more, man?
Listen,
Yeah.
if the government is coming up with homes in the UK, what's it called?
Council flat.
Council flats, right? If we are having a lot of council flats,
UK has them, okay.
maybe
Snit
in
flats,
Ghana.
snit-
No, I mean,
Think snit
the
flats.
council flat
Council
is in
type
UK.
flat, yeah, UK.
The people them colonize we know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If they're having, if the government is building a lot of these council flats, or SNIT was doing, I don't know why they stopped, but if we are having a lot of these projects, a lot of these SNIT flat projects, and they're leasing it out to we the young ones who are trying to make it, right? Then these landlords have no option than to bring their house, their prices of
down.
their house, because there are other options.
Right.
But there's no option.
There's nothing.
There's
Yeah.
no option. Even
So
the
there you are.
even
Okay,
the
you can
flats.
suffer.
You can
Only
laugh at the
surrender ball.
colonizers.
Yeah,
My point is
yeah,
they have
and
a
the
system.
sad
They
part-
don't have a
It's
system.
not- it's not
No,
like only the solution. Only the solution.
No.
The
It's
solution is that, going up.
Aside that, and even when they do it,
Materials going up.
we have heard, and I stand corrected, I'm not saying it is, but we have heard that some people who are also stakeholders buy it and still rent it to us at a higher cost. So it becomes very difficult it's like their time, like our parents' time, our parents haven't forced for us, because our parents' time, they had SNIT flats and things. My father had a SNIT flat, right? They had SNIT flats and things like that to help them. Our time, we don't. Everybody is building a luxury apartment.
You got
or
Twitter.
something, and
You got
renting-
Instagram.
right? And renting it to us at crazy prices.
Ridiculous
you see,
prices.
Adenta
Because
Smith
materials
Flat,
wide, you
91,
see a cement here 50 Ghana.
1990, me, we move for 94. Since then, we haven't seen any other one.
That
I
time
think
cement
there
was
was
one
one
cedi.
at Boteman.
Boteman.
Even the Boteman one, it's been bought.
This is mad.
It shouldn't be bought. It should be rented to
Oh, then go buy them. And I said Ghana is a restaurant.
and
Ghana always be restaurant.
First of all,
affordable
graduates,
housing if we
Ahina,
can't
how
afford it.
much
I mean,
are
it's
you
not
being
affordable
paid?
at all.
Thank you.
It's
How much
never
are you being
affordable.
paid?
I appreciate you being
It's
A
honest.
never
government,
affordable.
a graduate worker is earning about 2,000.
Yeah, I mean, because if you take the average Ghanaian, the average Ghanaian is earning like 1,200 a month.
So you're
But the
just
average
inject
person living in
every time.
Accra is earning like 500. So if you tell me an affordable house is going to cost, how much do they give those things out for? Those things go more than $25,000 and things.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So how is that affordable?
That's my point.
And I will say, oh here, you here can't
Yeah, they say,
No, but is it there now? More than 60% of the population do here can't and the thing is still affordable. If it's supposed to be affordable, then a teacher should be able to buy.
teacher should be able to buy it.
No disrespect, but
Yeah.
I mean we know
None
how much
whatsoever.
they do, and we know
Yes.
how.
So
less
can we say
and
the
how
economy
things
is
are.
fucked up? That's what.
It
that's-
is.
Can we say
Yes,
the basis
Yes,
of
we
everything?
can say the economy is fucked
economy
up.
that's an
It
Yeah, it's
is.
fucked up.
I think it's not just
It
the
is.
economy.
It's not. Let's
It's
not
not
say
just the
it's
economy.
landlord.
It is.
it's-
Yeah. It's
No,
not
no.
just the economy.
So what is it?
Because it's a lack
it's the
of
economy and the
infrastructure.
people.
It's a lack of planning and vision. Because frankly,
And
if
it's
you live in
everything.
a two-party system, that is incredibly petty. And one person starts a project that's going to take 20 years to complete, and you're only in power for 4 to 8 years. By the time somebody comes on, they're like, I'm not going to complete that guy's vision.
Yeah.
Because then he'll get credit for it.
Yeah.
So
And it's
how do
affecting
we
all of
progress?
us.
Right?
At the end of the
Are
day,
you trying
it's
to tell
all
me
of
that
us.
we do not have... bear in mind, again, colonizers have told us a lot of bullshit. I went to a school that actually told me, a teacher told me to my face, a white man, when I was living in Africa, right? I went to, when I was in Zambia, this man said to me, there are not enough resources in the world left to help Africa become a first world, right?
As a lie.
But they're still taking. So, if that's the case,
Where they
leave...
taking-
taking it to the...
No,
to
where
you.
they taking it
No,
from?
we know where they're taking it from. My
No,
point is...
I'm saying if we don't have
No,
it,
you should understand
No,
him.
he's saying that it's not enough.
Yes,
enough
it's not
left.
enough, and when they leave it in your care, you mismanage it, so they have to keep it for you.
Let me mismanage my stuff.
and send
How
it back
about
to
that?
your own.
But my point is, right? Yeah.
Yellow card.
My point being, right, that there's no planning. There's no people always, and this is the thing that that really fucking irks me about the way we do things in Ghana, right? When there's a problem, everybody's like,
The government.
that's the youth, the next generation. You guys will figure it out. It's not my job yet. It's your fucking job.
Yeah.
Figure it out for me. That's why you are put in power. Except nobody wants to do anything that requires any work.
But they want all the money in the world.
Yeah,
But
all
and
of
the
them
thing
must
is,
go.
that's
We
a
have to
that's a
sit down.
fantastic idea. But will they let that happen?
Nope.
Because the ones who are in power, let's be very sincere. I'm not even talking about like the president. Any level of power
Any
that you can
level
get
of
in this
power.
country, nobody wants to get off the spot because the money is too fucking sweet.
But
Yeah.
are we ready though?
Are we ready?
No.
The people
I feel like that's the wrong question. That's the
has-
wrong question because we're not ready, but we will never ever be ready.
No, I'm
if we're
talking about she or someone asked for the oldies to leave so the young ones.
No, that's
so
exactly what I'm
okay,
responding.
cool.
Right, I'm responding to that specifically. It doesn't matter if we're ready or not. Right? It's like parenting. Right? You can read all the books. You can babysit all your nephews and nieces until you have a child you cannot run away from.
No, then, but I think we have to be ready because if people are planning for generations and we are planning for weekends.
I feel you. And that's why we're very good at weekends. Right? We're very good at weekends.
Yeah.
But my point is, whether we are ready or not is irrelevant in the face of the fact that we will never have the chance.
Okay.
Because by the time our peers get on,
But you never
they're
know.
old and they don't want to let go.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be the person who does the first right thing because that person is empowered for the shortest time.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if we're ready or not. Anyway, this has been a fantastic discussion on how landlords are abusing the hell out of us.
Don't go.
I hate you so
Fifi. Fifi.
So what can we do? What can be done?
much. We can blacklist Fifi from any enjoyments in life.
If I see her at
his
time,
kid
that's
is
fine.
incredibly cute, but that does not excuse you from being a shit.
That means
questionable.
that terrible man you described has a beautiful wife.
No.
How did they end up
Freak
with
of nature.
Okay.
The kid is adorable, but
Fine.
5 plus 5 is
So
only
now
10.
you are giving me a headache. Are we supposed to ask this wife some questions? How? I mean, how?
I feel like we should, but it's good because you don't want a kid that looks like that guy. Oh no, like he has those dishonest sunken eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like those eyes that are sunken. And they're not honest. You feel me? He's not a pretty guy. But anyway, thank you for joining us. on this full session. It's been therapeutic. It's been therapeutic for some of us. Charlie, Kwekusi,
Yes.
I hope your situation is resolved.
Which one?
You and your lovely landlady.
Oh, we are managing.
Oh, you are still
it
there?
can never ever be resolved. I mean, yeah.
You're still there.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Anyway.
All the windows.
My condolences.
You know the funny thing? The problem is you can't talk too much because so now 2 years and you want to stay again.
Why would you want to stay in the first place? That's why I have
No,
a
you see,
problem with
you don't want any Mr. Hassan. So when you are able to prevent that 10%,
Oh, yeah.
you just will endure.
You'll endure
So
a lot.
most often she
But
brings
you
up
see,
ridiculous
again,
things.
that
and
is
I
a-
tell the guys,
no.
you guys, you know what? I finish one. We will renew this thing. So you be in house.
Behave, yeah.
So even if they don't go bring we water bill, we should say we could pay this amount. We could pay up.
Oh, you two are facing it
Kwekusi.
well.
Oh yes.
Kwekusi. Kwekusi.
It is not going to. We are only
Kwekusi.
ready.
He said I shouldn't be ready. I don't want to be ready.
Kwekusi. But this is the thing that I'm struggling with, right? Because this same approach is the same
Man is getting
thing our
bullied.
people have been doing for generations, and it doesn't work.
Me say Okoka. Obeka to say Tama ono ne nananmo pass aseno. Na mu bo nkofi. What was meant to that?
These landlords are getting
That's gonna do it for
bodies.
this episode. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.
Our parents are part of the problem.
Yes.
No, but me papa so of
So does it
My
go
father
down
is
to culture again?
Senke to me the dan 2 kwan ya. Enka me fa me room na e wo brekum no. Esi trouble so buy. But now the background wo the besi hen. Inte e dan ya obi bebu kwase ya. But
Also, go huni akwe.
Charlie Ebele. But then the Flagstaff house, they don't know if he give some spaces, make boys.
Charlie.
Cut.